Hello everyone, Tech Balance here with another video, an exciting series, an exciting journey forward. Formulas are the true engines of Excel, and the ability to employ various Excel functions, formulas, and enable you to have analytics, to create aggregated reporting, complex calculation engines, clever dashboarding models, and much more. So the whole idea of this series is to get you up to speed and running with Excel, give you one-on-one ready to use Excel formulas, and we'll be starting first of all by the basics. So for you to truly work with Excel, ideally you require the software version, and secondly you require an internet connection to download the sample files, which we'll be posting on our website, and the link will be provided below. So the first chapter of this book, what we're looking at today, is introducing Excel formulas. And ideally you need to be able to learn how to create, how to edit Excel formulas. So when you look at Excel, it's more or less a cell-like matrix similar to your standard spreadsheet, in your old book. So when you're entering formulas, a formula will be preceded by various functions depending on what you're doing. So for example, a formula could be preceded by the equal sign, the minus sign, the plus sign, and so much more that we'll be able to look at. But today we're looking at how to create and enter Excel formulas into your worksheet, right? So when you're looking at how to enter data, Excel formulas accept the following data types, right? And the data types that are accepted by Excel are when you look at your constants, you look at your operators and your text strings, and finally your cell references. So this is exactly the type of data that Excel is able to accept into your workbook, right? So we'll be looking at the first one being the constant, the operators. So the constant is more or less your hard-coded number. Is directly entered into the formula. Then the operator, sorry, the operator, what functionality do you wish to perform with these constants that you're entering? Or then the next one, you'd have your cell references. The cell references are two sets of letters and words, alphanumeric, that reference to a very specific cell, or can be a range of cells when you're working with a matrix, right? So a cell could be A1, where you're looking at the top leftmost cell, and finally you'll have your text strings. I will show you how to enter all of them right now quickly. So when you look at this point in our Excel, you realize you're able to have what we call the cell B2. And when you head over to your name box, you see it is also highlighted as B2. One of the easiest ways to navigate across Excel is by typing in the cell you want, and notice that the cell name will be preceded by your alphabetical text character, and then your number, your numero, right? So if I wanted to go to cell, say Z1, just typing in Z1, clicking enter, you see it quickly snaps to that cell. So I just go back to cell B2. I will use my operator, the equal sign, and I want to first of all enter them directly into the cell as my first method of entering, right? So the first method I will reference, say, cell A1 plus cell B1. And as you notice, it's quickly selecting them. Cell A1 has been given a color, cell B1 has also been given a color. This ideally helps you know which cells are selected in your formula. So clicking enter, you see there's nothing. So if I was to enter two dummy text here, I enter say 2 and 3, you see my summation will be changing as we continually work with the formula. So let me delete that. Let me show you the next way to enter the formula. You can use what we call the formula bar. The formula bar is this section of your Excel workbook. So once more, let's put in equals cell A1 plus cell B1, and we still arrive to the same answer, right? Then you have a different way of putting in your Excel formula where you select using your mouse, and you're simply keying in the function that you want to work with. So I could say again equals, click on cell A1, then click on cell B1. For today's purpose, it's simply about data entry methods, how you can enter text into your Excel function through different ways. That's what we're looking at today. Then the last way to enter is using the arrow keys in your keyboard. So Excel has a very unique way where if your formula involves cell references, you can quickly use your arrow keys to snap and navigate. So for instance, if we're typing say equals cell A1 plus B1, you can type the equal symbol and from there use your arrow keys to navigate around Excel and select your your specific cells that you want to reference, while in between entering the operands that you wish to use. Now I personally prefer using the arrow keys to quickly snap to the cell that I want, because it allows me, in my opinion, finer navigation of my workbook. So I will once again say equals, navigate to the cell that I want, put my operand, navigate to the cell that I also want, then click on enter. So in essence, what we're looking at here is 4 key ways to enter formulas into your Excel workbook. Then note that I have been preparing for the session. I'll definitely put on our webpage, but essentially we have been able to see how to enter formulas directly into a cell, how to enter formulas into the formula bar, use your mouse for navigation, and use the formula, enter the formula using your arrow keys for navigational purposes. Do hit us in the comment section if you like the content. If you like the video, do make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and we look forward to seeing you in the next session.